Gonna change the world.
Yeah, we are.
With my hockey stick.
My little toe drag
Gonna
release.
make a real difference. Feed the poor and heal the sick.
Welcome back.
Let's go.
Welcome
I'm the
back.
captain now. I push the buttons.
I just put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
It's my ship. I'm the captain now.
Just had an iced coffee, too. I don't even drink coffee.
Fired up.
So
Let's go.
Iced coffee's the best.
I have a ton of energy today, boys.
I
That's
do-
what I meant to say to you guys.
I love it.
I love a great iced coffee at the right moment. Typically, I go black. I'm trying to not have like the cream and the sugar. You know, it's like
Made with milk. I go made with milk.
milk. Yeah.
I don't do the cream because if I have the cream,
Mm.
it
Nasty.
might be creamy.
Uh-oh. Little IBS.
Sorry,
there,
guys.
Hey? Little
Sorry,
IBS.
guys.
Going on
I
there.
rock the just straight up iced coffee every day.
You're every day. He's an every day.
Daily iced
So
coffee.
what are your what
yeah.
is your like mid-afternoon wash and break look like?
Non-existent.
Please don't share.
He does, yeah. Jared doesn't let you escape the
You know,
office.
the door's
right?
locked after.
You're not allowed to
12 p.m.
leave. Jared. I saw. I think you have it bolted shut right now.
I do,
We're
yeah.
not-
You're
not
not
allowed to
leaving until
leave.
that YouTube video is up.
Yeah.
No chance. You better edit that thing too. Better edit that thumbnail. That thumbnail better be done.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
And it better not get copyright strike.
No
this time.
copyright strikes.
Yeah.
in.
Do we want to go right into clip of the week,
Let's
boys?
get it. Let's get
All right,
the
who's
first
going
one.
first?
I'll go. Yeah.
Jared?
Jared likes to go first.
Yeah, I'll talk about this one. So the title on this one is over 2,000 Finnish hockey fans traveled from Tampere to Vasa to support their team. So this is an away game. Oh, we got a.
You're fine. Just keep talking.
All
I
right,
don't know what you did, but keep talking.
Keep talking about these.
we're good. We're good.
1,000
Oh,
Finnish
it's not
fans.
recording though.
Oh,
Oh, the card's full. It's fine.
we're good.
We're going on Riverside, so we're fine.
We don't need this. Okay.
yeah.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. I took over the main controls for 15 seconds. Already messed it up.
Okay, Jared. 2,000 Finnish fans.
We got 2,000 Finnish fans. They traveled to Vasa. I don't know if I said that right, to support their team. So this is something that I need to witness is European hockey
I
because
know.
you will never see this.
I've heard that
At
like
an
soccer
NHL arena.
games,
Yes.
like football in
yeah.
Europe, those games are wild.
I was watching that. What was that one? The Swiss. It was like the Swiss League, or it was the World Cup, or what's the thing that happens during the World Juniors?
This World Cup. I think.
World Cup of hockey.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that what it's called?
I think so.
No, it was
Oh,
the World
No,
Cup.
it's called the
during
Spangler Cup.
Spangler Cup.
Oh,
the
World,
fan-
World Cup is during
World
the
Cup
playoffs.
is-
Yeah. The
Yeah, yeah.
fans go crazy over in
Yes.
Europe. Like
Yes.
it's not a Toronto Maple Leafs Scotiabank
No.
Arena vibe.
No.
Like they are going hard.
So click through here and let's play it. You can hear the crowd going wild. But if you watch the clip, they're all in. It looks like an Eminem concert, like back in the early days, where the whole crowd.
Yo,
the
right?
building's gonna fall down.
Exactly. They only let them on the one side. So when it pans back here, it just they're all jumping.
Yeah,
every single
what?
person. Imagine the energy there.
Oh my
The
god.
chants going.
And this is an away game.
It's an away
everyone's
game.
there. Everyone's like
It's-
just present.
Like that energy of everybody in unison together, chanting, jumping. Like I
Was
don't
this
know.
after a win.
They're not trying to close a
not
deal right
sure.
now.
Well, look at there's guys on the ice that they're walking and
It looks.
skating out on the ice after.
I mean, I guess the ice is kind of cut up, so maybe it is after a game.
They just won and they're
an
doing.
away
Oh yeah,
game.
they're doing an honor.
That's an
There you
away
go.
game.
That's an away
An
game.
away game?
The fans traveled. I don't know the distance
That's
between the cities,
Crazy.
but like, come on.
So they basically it looks like they came out to do like a thank you for coming out type
Oh,
thing,
okay,
but it's an
okay.
away game,
Yeah.
so they're all doing their chant while the players came out and the coaches came out to say like thanks, like the stick raise.
Yes.
So the Leafs give a stick raise at the end of a win,
Yeah.
but like
yeah.
they do it kind of like nonchalant, 2 seconds and then skate off.
Yeah.
And no one really.
Yeah.
You might get like a light clap
Yes.
and the odd guy cheering, but there's
It's
no
like-
like chant.
It's everyone's like almost like people are like scared to talk at these like Leafs games.
It's just the demographic.
Like, I was in the
When you're
lower
charging,
bowl.
when you're charging, when like the lower bowl tickets are like 500 minimum.
Bro.
You know, like it's just a different demographic.
It's because we're all fans, but then everyone who goes is like it's a one-off thing. You go once or twice a year to a game, but these people go to every single game, so they create a much stronger
Yeah.
tie,
Yeah.
and they can create a chant. They say a chant once, the next game it grows louder and louder, and they're like,
You're-
"Oh, this
you're
is what we all do."
invested.
If
Like,
the
yeah.
Leafs
15
fans-
scores, you're emotional.
Yeah, if the Leafs like arena wasn't different people every time watching. You know.
Yeah, you
That's so true.
You almost need to create a chant on TikTok so that everyone knows it. So when they go to the game, they can all say it or
Cup
something.
bound.
Cup bound.
Bound.
Cup bound. Manifest.
Yeah.
No, but I felt that in the lower bowl. It was like there was just silence, and then it was kind of like it's almost weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started screaming. And I started,
Yeah.
let's go, boys.
Yeah.
Let's go, boys. Attaboy, Pap.
But
Like,
that's the thing.
And then,
You'll be
you're like
one
a
in
nuisance
1,000.
to everyone else. You're like a nuisance, though. It feels like
You're the 1 in 1,000 that's actually cheering in that bottom
It's
section.
because
brutal, man.
Mark and Richard, who are like 65-year-old CEOs, aren't going to start
they
going
wanna
nuts and take
close
their
a deal. They're trying to close a deal, and they're trying to like in their suit and tie.
They're not going to rip their suit off.
Get
and
these guys out of the hockey lower bowl. If I see another one of these suit and tie guys that doesn't want to bring a little bit of mojo to the game,
Just jersey him right there.
get these guys out of here because we want real fans in the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done with it.
Real fans in the stands.
I'm done with these quiet fans. We need to turn it up. And Leafs Nation, we need to turn it up. Like I don't know, we almost like need to create like a pool, so like everyone could chip in for the tickets for the lower bowls. So
Right.
it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
Create
it's like a
pool,
lottery.
and then we buy all the tickets,
A lottery pool.
and then we
Yeah.
hand them out for free.
Oh, imagine.
And then you got real fans in there, and that's how
Oh.
the Leafs are gonna win. That's actually the greatest idea I think I've ever
You know what?
come up with.
I just might move to Finland.
You might get like the corporate sponsors that own all of those season tickets. You might get people like donating season tickets.
Get the corporate
Oh, yeah.
sponsors. Get
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
these big corporations
Yes.
to buy all the tickets for a game
Oh.
and give them all away.
yeah.
Talk
Like talk about the next gen game. Give it to the next gen kids,
Yes.
man. Give it to the kids.
Man,
Yeah.
Let them scream and shout and bang the
The
glass.
next gen game would be the perfect one to do.
Give
that.
away.
you know how
Give
much
it away.
these companies spend? Like
I mean,
that.
it's a
that would
marketing play.
be
It's an expense.
such a great marketing play.
Oh, all over. It'd be the whole game. They'd be talking about. They gave away all the tickets. Look how good.
Yeah.
Whoever. I'm not even going to say a name of a
That'd be
corp right now. I'm not gonna
iconic.
give them.
That'd be iconic.
Don't give them
I'm
the
not plugging any
benefit of-
corp right now.
Yeah. Wait till they.
Puck Daddy buy all the tickets in the lower bowl and give them all away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly what we did for a game.
We did. Yeah.
It's a good YouTube video.
yeah.
Mr. Beast level video.
Yeah.
Like get Mr. Beast to buy all the
I
tickets.
think we're missing the $1 million in between them.
Oh, you're welcome, NHL. Go partner with Mr. Beast. He's gonna buy all the tickets in a rink and give them all away and see what the difference
See,
between the fans.
the
Oh,
only.
such a good video idea.
I think
Yes.
it would the only few rinks that you would actually be able to like go out and give enough out to sell out the stadium. You know, like because you're giving stuff for
Arizona?
free. You need to find them, right?
Yeah. You need
Well, Arizona because it's small, but no, I was thinking more. Well, like Leafs would be one. There'd be enough people that are free and that can go, and that you can just put it out there, and it'll sell out regardless of even if it's free tickets. Then probably like New York,
Oh, yeah.
Montreal,
Easy. Yeah.
Montreal easy. Who else? Maybe
Tampa, like they have.
Tampa, but
They
they
have-
they have
No.
empty. They have
No, they pack the barn. Don't
No,
no,
dude.
they don't.
So this is another little inside info I got
they?
from.
Oh,
I think it was Tampa or Anaheim. No, it was when Anaheim won the cup,
Yeah,
and like people weren't even honking their horns. There wasn't like the city
no
didn't
cup
cha-
parade,
there
no
was- if
no
you-
riot.
Yeah, like if you lived in the city, you wouldn't have noticed that anything happened.
Right.
You know what I mean? Versus like when the Raps won the championship.
the whole summer was just
it
not
was
We're talking about the
Yes.
Toronto Raptors.
Toronto
for anyone that-
Raptors.
yes.
Toronto Raptors. Even when they went on to like the second round, I was in Toronto and I heard like just traffic.
whole
Everyone's
city.
honking. People are like shouting from their balconies.
Well, everyone was lining up outside like the square. Such a sick vibe.
It was
Like
so cool.
Can you imagine the Leafs?
So
that's what I'm saying, bro. I am imagining it because it's this year. I said last night. I was like, we're pounding Boston right now in the first period. It's our year. I said,
yeah.
it's our year. Then we lose.
All right, let's
4-1.
let's fire up Chippy's clip.
All right, Chippy, what do you got
I
here?
sent you one on Insta.
Yeah.
I like this. I just wanted like that was just a don't play that top one, but this is like Revo talking about Rempe
Oh, okay.
after
After the tilt?
after the tilt.
This ramp-based situation, we definitely got to
Oh,
talk.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love this.
Everyone's talking about him. He's the talk of the town right now.
Do you think he wants to be?
Yeah, he's a really nice kid. He talked about how the media pumped it up so much, and he's like, his original two original six teams going at it, and all everybody was talking about was a fight. But no, it was cool. Honestly, it was almost cool to see because it shows that fighting's not dead in this sport. People still kind of get amped up for it and enjoy that part. So, he was. Seems to be a really nice, humble kid. Talked to him in the box a little bit, so he's He's going to be a menace in this league.
So
That's as a
All right.
compliment too.
All right.
like the respect that two heavyweights have for each other.
Well, every guy, like, they go to the box and they're just like complimenting him, like, while they're in the penalty box, instead
It's
of like
unreal, man.
instead of exchanging like chirps. It's a great fight. You did awesome.
And I think there was a bit of respect there too. Most times when there's a fight, it doesn't end till one of the guys goes down. But they mutually fought, and then they just stopped. They were both still on their feet. They both ended. They're like, "Yep,
We good?
we're good. We good.
Yeah,
Go to
yeah.
the box." You know, like there wasn't like I'm gonna slew foot you now just to end this fight.
Yes.
You know, like no, you just end the fight because it was a good fight and move on. You know.
All right.
It was a great fight.
So Rempe's 21. He's like just barely, like, he was almost a teenager.
Yeah.
Like, early 20s, still a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think he wants to get punched in the face every time he goes on the ice?
I think he's embracing it. I mean, he just went and ran the guy in the corner.
Yeah.
But like that's such a
Yeah.
like that's a grinder play.
Okay, so let's talk about
Right.
this. We were talking about, is there a heavyweight bout coming out, Revo versus Rempe? And early on in the game,
He didn't want it.
nah, he looked at it.
Didn't
He's like,
want
nah. So I think he was kind of like over it. He's like, yeah, I got in a few fights, like, I did my thing, but he doesn't want it to be like a city, like a nationwide tour of Matt Rempe fighting every heavyweight he meets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He doesn't want it. He
It's like
already
it's
did
like
it.
a Drake-
He seems like a like, but he seems like he is not scared of anybody.
So
So-
my vibe that I get from him is that he knows what it takes to be in this league, and he's willing to do whatever it takes.
He wanted to prove himself.
So, but the fighting Reeves is like the pinnacle of that, right?
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah, you had to go Reeves.
Revo is probably for at least the past like 6-7 years been known as like the guy that
Yep.
all the heavyweight, like he's the top dog when it comes to the fight.
Oh, yeah.
So for
But-
him to take him on is like, okay, I've climbed the mountain, I've got the respect of this guy. Now I can just play hockey, and if there is a situation where I need to fight, I'm not going to say no, but I'm not going to go around looking for it like I was.
Well, so all these
Yeah.
guys who were fighters, that's what used to happen. Two heavyweights meet up. You're expecting a fight. Like, there's going to be a hockey game, and we get to see the two tough guys fight. And
There's a hockey game and there's a UFC fight
Exactly.
going on at the
It's like
same time.
a
Marketing.
side quest.
I love it.
Right?
I absolutely love
That's how it used to be. Now, not so much, but now it's starting up again. So are there some heavyweights left that, when he goes and plays, let's say Anaheim, does he have to fight Gudis?
Right.
Right?
Gudis won't fight, but Wi-Fi. Everyone's saying Wi-Fi.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
he even playing in the league? I thought he was in the AHL.
He's been in and out, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I think he's
so
played like half their games.
He's got to
at
fight
least.
Wi-Fi, and then he's
That's what I'm saying. Does he still have to fight some people,
yeah,
or
he's
is he
got to go
like,
Wi-Fi. Everyone's saying Wi-Fi's got the belt.
You think?
I think Revo has the belt, but Wi-Fi.
Well, it's just because
apparently is
it's Wi-Fi shoved Reeves into the net the one game there.
Yeah, so
I remember that, and Reeves fell, so then it makes it look he looks like the beta of
He's
the
got to go
two.
Wi-Fi. He's got to go Wi-Fi. And then he's completed the tour. And then now
okay.
And now you're like, you've done it all. Like, I'm not like, let's go. Like,
Yeah, because you can only get pounded in the head so many times in a row
yeah.
before you start to wonder. Like, and these guys, like the former heavyweight guys that used to just fight all the time,
Mhm.
are now having like concussion problems, mental health issues. Like, their brain is actually just not the same. It's not normal, and it affects them.
I'm glad
terrible.
you touched on that because one of the topics that I wanted to talk about later on in the pod
Yeah.
is related to this, so we might as well just put a cornerstone on it now.
Okay.
Do we think that the heavyweight fights, is it coming back or is it on its way out still like we previously
I
thought?
feel like we're getting like our last hurrah.
Yeah.
It's a last
I feel
dance.
like this
it's a
is our
victory
last
lap. It's a victory
hurrah.
lap.
Mm.
And no, I think because these guys are all going to be out of the league. Reeves 38.
Yes.
Delorier, like
Yeah.
He's getting up there. He won't be
whatever. Who was
yeah.
the other guy? Olivier.
Olivier, yeah, from Columbus, I
Um,
think, yeah.
It's definitely a dying breed, and
Yeah.
I think this is our
Mhm.
last little hurrah. Everyone's
It
like
is.
fired up, but look how much media attention it gets. That's what he was saying in the clip. He's like, the media just hyped it up. Like, I was making like UFC 300
Yeah.
promo for it. I was like, if
Making a
these guys-
poster of it.
These guys
yeah.
don't go. Like, these guys have to go tonight. Like,
They almost have to take a photo before the game with their fists up and do like the pregame.
I
press
mean, I
conference.
enjoy it. I think it brings so much entertainment.
Oh, this has been
But
great.
like, that's like just the historically in the world, like the Romans,
Mhm.
like watching two people fight. Is,
Yeah,
like,
that's
is
true.
Barbaric. Like we're barbaric as human beings, kind of. Like
So do we think that it's good for the game still or
it's
no?
good media. I think it's good for the. Yeah, I think it's great for the game. Like
A little bit of
it's
grit.
bringing
I think it's
eyes.
a little bit of
basketball
grit.
players are watching. Like, oh, look at these. Look at this sport. Look at these guys go.
Yeah.
Like they're fighting on skates too. Like
Uh-huh.
it brings a lot of outside attention.
I don't
game.
mind a little bit of grit and a proper fight every once in a while. But
Like, do we need to start training UFC fighters to also be hockey players?
I
yo,
would-
yo,
That's
I-
a new league. Isn't that illegal already? There's like
they
Is
no, they did.
Yeah.
Years back, they made a league out of just
Barstool or
hockey. No, it was before Barstool. Like in the late '90s or something, they made a league of fighting, hockey fighting, and they just
I
went
think it's
around.
still on, dude. I think
Is
it's still happening. I'm
Is it?
pretty sure. Like they're on skates and they just look. I feel like we got to
Like
look
hockey
this up.
boxing. Don't look it up.
It is 100% a
We'll
league.
bring it up. Save it for the next pod
Okay,
because
okay.
we got to do a quick one. No, I contacted the strongest man in the world.
Mitch Hooper.
Yeah,
He's
I know
going to the
him,
gym
yeah.
I go to. He goes to the
Is
gym.
he?
I just got a
he's a
I told
planet,
Jared
right?
this. Yeah.
AK. Yeah.
Athletic culture. Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to be in a YouTube video.
Take in.
Hmm?
He went to my elementary school and he lives where I live.
Yeah. He's close. He lives close by.
Yeah.
So a buddy of mine said that he's like helping him train him. He's a physio guy, right?
What was his name?
The guy training him,
Because I'm.
Tom Swales.
Yes, because I have another guy who's about to do personal training with me.
It's not personal training; it's physio. So he's helping him like.
Yeah,
just-
at this, you got to
free
try
up.
out this gym.
No? Well, here's the fun part.
It's a
He's going to be in a YouTube video. I'm challenging him to a hardest shot competition.
Oh, that's a good. Video.
This guy, he just won 2 back-to-back Arnold competitions,
yeah, and he's the world's strongest man.
and he's the world's strongest man. He's going to try to defend that, go back-to-back world's strongest man.
So
The
good.
guy is obviously he's jacked, he's ripped, 100% muscle.
Big.
Got
The Moose
the
is his
moose,
nickname.
the moose, right?
I want in
And-
that. I want to get in that.
Yeah, you
I
can come
wanna-
out.
I think I want to beat him.
We're gonna put a hockey stick in his hand and see if he can just destroy that puck.
Depends if he's played at all.
So I see. Here's the thing.
Athletic. He's athletic.
Yeah.
He doesn't weigh that much compared to these other guys. And
That
he's
is
beating them.
true.
He's like 60 pounds less.
I was kind of hoping he had like a house league level, so he didn't really have great form. But so I sent him a message because then it would kind of show like the contrast, like how important form is over like you need good technique, muscle helps.
He's
but you
nasty.
need-
Is he nasty?
Yeah. So then I'm like, hoping he'd be like, yeah, I played like I know how to skate, but I never really played.
I played floor hockey in high school.
Yeah, I wanted something like that.
Yeah,
You know what he
yeah.
says? He's like, I play rep my whole life, so I'm pretty decent. I was like, he might actually like get 100 mile an
You
hour.
might snap. You might need to bring like 6 extra
There we
sticks.
go.
Bring the char stick
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
But just imagine.
40 flex.
Yeah, give him yeah, I gotta get like 100.
There's no way that chara stick is actually 100.
No, I'll source a few more. But just imagine the
Yeah.
thumbnail of this guy holding a hockey stick. Just-
Yeah.
But he's like athletic. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't look that big. Like he's like I was actually watching his YouTube video last night, and I was looking at it
Mhm.
because I was watching that the Arnold one that he just
Yeah,
won against that Thor guy who's like 6'8",
Thor is
Half size.
crazy.
6'10",
Thor is
Yeah.
crazy.
and he just like I was reading a little bit. I'm like he's like literally like 3. I think he's like 3. I don't know actually know how much he weighs, but like he's
I
like
think he's like 360 or 350.
not even. I think he's like 330.
So do we
I
get?
might be wrong on that. I might be wrong on that.
Do we get the strongest man in the world on our men's league team next year? Then
If he's got wheels,
put him on the point.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we can't get worse. I don't think we can get worse.
You're no.
Where were you
Toe Dragons
on Sunday?
Oh, I had a bit of a health
Oh.
concern.
Did you? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
It's the playoffs. Chippy and I show up. There's only 8 guys in our dressing room for the playoffs. Usually that's when the whole squad comes out.
I was like, what's going on?
Yeah. We
Playing against just these guys, I just can't stand.
there's a team that just smokes us every single time. They were up by 4. We
Like these guys are like just like the type of guys that are gonna chirp you when you're like when they're up by like 7
Yeah,
goals.
yeah.
Like, buddy, just relax, take your little fishbowl off, and get out of here, bro.
they'll be mopping the floor with us and then still chirp us.
I was
but,
like, yeah, just like I was going at him. Like,
Oh, I
was
know,
like, these
I
guys
know,
are too
I know.
much, bro.
You
I know exactly.
And then
what
my
you're talking
shoulder's
about,
like
but-
dislocated right now. Like I stripped the puck from him. He's such a crybaby that he comes and just body checks me into the glass. He weighs like 80 pounds more than me. I was like, bro, just like relax.
we were losing by 4. Scored 5 unanswered.
5
goals.
unanswered.
5
And
unanswered.
these
to
guys
get the
weren't
lead.
chirping. They weren't saying anything, bro. These guys were
That's the best.
silent. They were like, oh. They were saying nothing. We scored 5 straight. And then what? These guys score 1 goal. And then he starts.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, you're.
But I don't chirp too much back. If someone's saying something, I put my head
I
down
had
and
to.
I'm
I had
like,
to
I'm putting the
tonight.
puck in the net. That's my chirp. That's my answer.
Yeah.
Any chirp, put the puck in the net.
I had to do that too. But
Yes. Yeah.
they were giving it to me all game. I'm like, boys, like.
Yeah.
I reserved myself because there was a lot of stuff I wanted to say that
Yes.
would have just got too
Wow.
personal.
Let me tell you, Chippy had every single guy, so 5 guys
I loved it.
on the ice, all chirping him simultaneously.
He was just
Yeah.
taking the heat for
Right?
the team, right?
Oh, he was, and then he gets
No
the
one
puck.
on my and just to preface, no one on my team saying anything back to these guys. Zero mojo.
No.
So I get off the bench to Jer. I'm like, this team has no mojo, Jer. We're all silent right now.
Hey.
And I was like, I can't be on this squad if this is how it's gonna be.
You know what I did? I scored.
No one on my team says a word for me. That's ridiculous.
This is what I did.
That's ridiculous.
Actions are louder than words. I scored, got off, went back off. Next shift, scored, got off. Next shift, scored again. It's all right. Let's get us in there, boys. That's my answer.
Yeah, that was great.
I don't got time wasted. I don't gonna waste my time with these guys like chirping.
Anyway, you were telling the
Sometimes you
story of
gotta,
the
though.
game. So you guys ended up losing, I take it?
We still lost, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Even when we put down like Chippy scored, I got like 3 or 4. We ended up losing like 10-7.
I'm not gonna lie to you. We didn't get a save.
Yeah, there was a few. Anyways, that's men's league hockey. That
But yeah, so heavyweight title, is it back or not? I'm going with no.
nah. This is just like flash. It's like a victory lap for the heavyweight titles. We're not gonna. It's not gonna come back. There's enough education about the negative effects of fighting that people almost feel guilty cheering for it now. You know what I mean?
It's on its way out. It's still not gone, and I think that there will be
Oh, I
scrums
love
and
it.
fighting
I
and
love
everything.
it. I'm
but
still promoting it.
Yes, I know. but-
I'm a UFC guy. I watch UFC on the weekends. Like
yeah.
I think it's human beings. Like, do I love seeing someone hurt? No.
Nah.
But is it exciting? Is it adrenaline? Have we all been in that situation where you fought someone? Yes.
Yeah.
Growing up at the schoolyard, you fight. Like, that's just natural human.
Here's the thing,
instinct,
though.
bro.
I was excited for the first one. It was an awesome fight, and it was a true heavyweight, like 90s era, like, battle of the Titans. And then there's like the second, third, and now the fourth, right? And then now I'm like, he should probably slow down so he doesn't get brain damage. Like, I'm kind of feeling that way.
He's not really taking that many.
Here's the
punches.
thing, though, is
Did you see his face?
these
Yeah, a
guys,
couple, but like
His
a
face got
couple.
tenderized.
he's got a long reach, but he still got hit a bunch. Like if you fight 4 times in a week, you're gonna have some shiners.
Yeah, it's definitely
Some
not
bruises
great
to pay
for the mind.
But here's the thing: is UFC fighters get paid to fight, right?
Yeah.
And they're professionals at it.
way less than NHL players make.
Well, depends
way-
on the promotion.
Way less. Way less.
Then a fourth.
They're not even making like 10K a fight.
So Rempe's got to go fight
for a
Jake
title
Paul.
event in the UFC.
No, bro, they don't make any. Go look up.
They don't make much.
They don't make much, bro.
Only the title guys.
And even the title guy, like not even 50K.
I don't know if I
Like-
believe that. They're
like
probably
you're
getting
McGregor,
500K from the shorts they're wearing in the
If
ring.
you're the world number 1, yeah. But how about all the fights it takes to get to that position?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
So all the guys fighting are like on the undercards.
hmm
Like 5,000. I looked it up. It was like low.
You're basically in a lottery.
Yeah,
Right,
you're like
like,
hoping.
Even if you're a
you almost got to
professional.
use the UFC platform to like build your social media up and like
Eventually fight Jake
because
Paul.
you're promoting your you're gonna make more fighting Jake Paul than you're gonna go up the climb in the ranks like in any of these
Right.
MMA circles. Like
You'd be better off being mediocre so that Jake Paul will accept your offer, right? Be a mediocre fighter so you won't destroy him. He knows you won't get destroyed. And then constantly insult, like wasn't there a guy doing that? Just constantly going after Jake Paul's girlfriend or something like that?
yeah, it was Dylan Dennis.
And did they fight?
He fought Logan Paul
Oh, Logan Paul, yeah.
and then he lost.
Yeah.
But that was like viral. Like
Of course it was. But I think
just
that's
creating
orchestrated.
beef. You're just
I
creating
think that's
beef.
all orchestrated.
It was probably orchestrated. You're right.
Anyway, do we want to just move on
Yep.
to?
Yeah.
I have some questions for you guys about
Do ask.
leading into the playoffs because it's that time of year.
Oh my gosh, I
We love
playoffs.
this time of the year.
It's men's league playoffs, Mason's 9. It's minor hockey playoffs.
Yes.
And we got the Leafs playoffs coming up. Everything is so exciting.
Yeah, and then it all ends at once. But we won't talk about that.
Then I cry.
Yeah. But no, so I want to get your guys' take on who are the teams to beat leading in the playoffs and who are the biggest frauds. So give me your top team from East and West or each division if you want. And then who do you think is playing really well right now that's going to just bust in the playoffs? Are they frauds?
Vegas, Colorado. Just like
In the West?
Vegas? You think Vegas?
yeah, Vegas and Colorado. Vegas comes together. They're a playoff team. You know what I mean? They mesh. And Aiden Hill's playing so well.
They have a lot of big guys. Like Marchessault is the smallest guy on their team, and the rest are like all over 6 foot.
Of course, they blew it against the Leafs, but they were playing their backup.
And then they destroyed the Leafs the next time
exactly,
they played
that's
them.
what I'm saying, right? If they want to, they can turn it up and they can figure it out, right?
Yeah.
Colorado for sure in the West.
Yeah.
They're a wagon.
Wait, who added some good pieces? Like, who should we be afraid of? Dallas.
Dallas, I haven't watched them play enough to know what they're doing over there.
Dallas is
They're
playing
like number
really
one in the
well.
league, aren't they?
No.
They're close.
No, I'm
Here,
pretty
I'll
sure
pull
they
up the
took it out. They
standings,
took it over.
But I know that Winnipeg, I think, is in the top right now in the Central.
Look it up. I think
Top of
that.
the league: Florida, Boston, Vancouver, New
No,
York,
that was
Winnipeg,
yesterday.
Dallas.
Oh.
And they have 3 games in hand to Winnipeg. So they're 6. Florida's first with 88 points.
That's gonna be
Dude, how is Boston?
Would we
in
rather
second?
play Panthers than Bruins?
We want Florida.
I don't know,
We-
man.
I
Florida's
don't
like
know,
they've
dude.
only lost 1 game in their past 10,
Wow.
and they're playing with like a ferociousness that they can beat any team in any style of game. Like they're playing the Bostons of the league and just being feisty and winning games that way, or they'll play a game against like a bottom team that just is like a firefight game and they'll win like 7-2.
What world are we living in where the Panthers are at the top of the league, bro?
I know, that's wild.
Like, do you
It's
remember
nuts.
back in the day? Like, they were so dust.
Yeah.
When we were younger, yeah.
Yeah, it was like,
Mhm. Yeah, it's an interesting. I think I don't know, either or. I would take the Bruins or the Panthers just because I want to see them beat a team that they continually lose to. You know?
Yeah.
is
Like-
Tampa gonna
like,
be?
Well, so who's your favorite for East?
Favorite in the East,
Yeah.
Chippy. So you went at Colorado as like the team
For
team
West?
for the
Team
West.
to beat?
Yeah.
I don't really like Flyers, Hurricanes, Rangers. I'm not too worried about.
Yeah, no one seems too
In
scary.
the Metro, yeah.
I'm not too worried about them. It's the Panthers and the Bruins are. I'm not worried about the Bruins. I think the Panthers are just like the Kachuk, Bennett,
Mm.
Barkov, Montour is so dirty, bro.
Ah,
Like,
yeah,
they're
that's
all
true.
hammer guys. It's like
Reinhardt has been on a tear.
Reinhardt. I
Yes.
forgot about him.
Burying.
When you look, if you watch any of the Panthers
They're just
games,
scary
I've
to
watched
play.
a few. I've watched a few of the Panthers games, and a lot of Reinhardt's goals are set up from Barkov.
Oh, yeah.
Like Barkov is still somehow under the radar. Did you see his goal the other night?
No, I didn't see that
Oh
one.
my god, I should
saw
have
the
pulled that
highlights
as a
of it.
clip of the week.
No, I saw like the thumbnail of it, but I didn't click through to watch
Dude,
it.
he
Instagram was
basic-
broken.
The puck is in the air.
Yeah.
He reaches out, bats it out of the air around a guy. It's like still in the air. It lands. He's falling to his knees. He goes forehand, backhand as he's like lying down, passes it on his forehand across for a tap in.
Oh, I actually
Ah.
have a story about that. I was
Nuts.
talking to a couple of the Philadelphia Flyer guys
Yeah.
at the thing, and I said like, who is someone that I wouldn't know or the fans wouldn't know is like nasty, but it's just nasty.
Mm-hmm.
He said Barkov. They said both. Everyone said Barkov.
Everyone says Barkov is underrated.
Dirty.
Well,
Everyone
because
says
bro,
Barkov.
if
everyone
you're a
said he's
player and
dirty.
you play, you know when a guy is nasty. You know,
Yeah.
like when you're on the ice with them. But the thing is, Barkov, he makes like so many subtle,
Yes, it's the
amazing
sneaky
plays
moves.
every game
Yes.
that it just doesn't stand out in the highlights. And because it's in Florida, no one watches.
Well, you know what?
He's the captain. Like
It's-
everyone knows he's dirty, but like it was just interesting to hear them like say like no, he's like
Everyone
Still
says that.
underrated.
he's
Every-
dirty.
and
Bro.
I think it's because he does stuff that amazes pro hockey players. Like
Yeah.
you said, it's subtle stuff that he does where you'll look at the guy on the bench, you're like, what? Right? But the fans don't really
His
notice
hands
it.
are
Yeah.
so gross.
It's not like Zegras
his-
doing a Michigan, you
it's-
know.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
but
where it's
I
like on the
think
highlight reel for 7 weeks, you know.
it's
Great
how he
point.
slows the game down.
Yeah.
Like that's like he goes at his own pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's his own animal.
So
that's
Panthers
for sure.
would be my
Panthers would be yours in the East. Yeah.
yeah.
I think for me, it's Vegas still. I think Vegas is the team to beat. They've got the most solid
I'm not scared of
team
Vegas.
defense.
Mm.
Like the Colorado has amazing offensive defensemen, right? And they're a very good offensive team. They've been struggling in my mind to shut down the cycle during the year, like from the games that I've seen. Whereas Vegas, it seems like they're just built for the playoffs.
Right.
And they have a team that plays not only great offensive hockey, they play hard, big hitting defensive
What's
hockey.
this Mark Stone out to the playoffs so they can have an $8 million?
Yeah, they're about to acquire
pickup?
someone big.
That's ridiculous, bro.
It's
That's
the rules.
ridiculous.
Tampa
bro.
way.
Why aren't we doing that?
Tampa way.
Why don't we just put Pappy on the LTIR for a bit and get 2 13 mil players?
If you
Well,
wants to get
Giordano
80
hurt
goals.
himself. They're going to have him on LTIR soon,
That's not going to
right?
help.
He's
him.
not coming back.
Yeah, but
Well, that's like $5 million.
I guess no. He clears up cap space, but he doesn't then return miraculously.
Oh,
like, you
it's
know,
not. Yeah. True. It's not like Kucherov. coming back.
Kucherov. Yeah.
Yeah. True.
That's ridiculous, man. How do we feel about that? That's actually a big topic.
I'm fine with it. It's in the rules. You're like if
If he's
Mark
ready
Stone's
for game
injured.
1, so if he's ready for game 1,
dude,
that's
it's in the
you're
rules.
they're letting them play you like that. You're letting them play you like that.
I mean, if he's hurt and he can't play, and then
But he's miraculously good for game 1 of the
Dude,
playoffs.
I can't play. I can't play
Okay,
game one.
this
Oh, it's
rule,
starting to feel
you
better.
should not be able to play the playoffs. If you're
Oh.
on LTIR for a certain amount of time, you should not be able to play in the playoffs.
I get that sentiment, but here's the thing: Mark Stone is always injured.
Oh, no, he's got a bad
So,
back,
like,
yeah.
why play the last 20 games of the season and
So every
risk
year they
injury?
could just have him for the
could,
first
yeah.
65 games and then
you
Rest
try dealing with
rest
a
him.
back injury?
load management.
rest. I am dealing with back injury. I got my dislocated shoulder last game, bro. I played last night. I am dealing with injuries.
Shoulders a long way.
It is
from
a
the
little
heart.
crazy.
Matthews broke his wrist last year and he still played.
The shoulder's very close to the heart.
A bruised leg is a hell of a long way from the heart.
Tell you what, my collarbone isn't.
My chest hurts. It's a long way from the heart. No, it's not. It's literally.
No, but that's exactly what it is, though. Is Stone plays through injuries,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So he's indefinitely injured. Now, when they put him on LTIR, that's basically him saying like, I want to like get myself ready for playoffs. You know, like that's literally what it is.
The problem is if Vegas plays the wrong team in the first round, then the guys will just be targeting his lower back with cross checks. Like guys do that. There's some dirty guys, right?
Where I take exception with it is where if the team goes and adds a player that uses up basically all of the cap space that he alleviated.
what they're gonna
do.
Because like I know, but
That's the whole point of
They get a rental.
it's in the rules
Yeah.
though. They're allowed to do that. I'm just saying like if you're picturing
yeah,
men's
rules, but like that's what I'm saying. We're talking about the rules right now. Like, should this be allowed?
So
Yes.
there needs to be
what's the alternative?
a playoff
The alternative
salary cap.
is if your guy's hurt, and he's still on your team and he's still getting paid and he's still under the salary. He's on. Take him off. You should have to remove him from your roster, and he should not be able to play for the rest of the season.
So you
If he goes on LTIR, and they're going to remove him from cap hit,
Mhm.
why is he on the team still then?
he's not technically on the
So you should not be able to add him back to the roster. That's what I'm saying.
but like so I don't know how you would
How
actually
does that make
enforce
more sense than what's happening right now?
I don't think we're going to solve this issue today. Gary Bettman gets paid a lot of money to have these conversations.
No, but it's completely unfair because now you have
I agree.
13 million or whatever Stone's making.
It's going to get
Go
fixed.
add 2 more snipers and then bring Stone back. It's
So-
like, how does that make sense? Cheating.
People were already upset about it when Tampa did it. If it just continues to happen year after year, they will fix it in the next
That's what I'm saying. It needs to be fixed now. It should be.
whatever lockout they have.
It's like us. Oh, Mitch Marner and Matthews. You guys got a cold for the next 6 months here, boys, and then we're gonna bring it back for game 1. But now we're gonna be able to add like 4 snipers and 3 defensemen.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
Like,
it's
it's
the year.
ridiculous,
It's the year
bro.
that someone really.
It is
abused
interesting because like the teams that acquire guys that are injury prone, there's some level of strategy.
No, but then I guess.
Oh, the strategy. To
because
it. Yeah.
like the Leafs are generally young and healthy right now, but in 10 years, if they could be the ones doing this stuff for Vegas. So like, do we really want to
Right.
cheer for them to change the rules and then we not be able to use it? When they're
No, but I
Let
guess.
the Leafs do it first.
But I guess you still
Yeah.
have to like trade guys away to get guys back. So it's still.
Yeah,
It's a risk, right? You're basically if you're playing the salary cap like that and doing the LTIR, then you're just like paying your dues until the next year and the
Like
next
you're just
year.
getting
and
the
then
best rental. You're just getting the best rental.
Yeah, and eventually you're gonna like run out of cap space and money, and you'll have all old guys that can't play.
Yeah.
So like in the long run, I think it averages out. It's just when they go and win the cup, then people are salty, and I understand that.
Speaking about cap space, what do you think of Kuznetsov? He's the highest.
Oh my
The
god.
highest paid player in the AHL. I
That's
think he's getting what
7.5?
7.4 mil.
Because he got assigned to the NHL recently.
So basically, he had like issues with substance abuse,
Mm-hmm.
and then he said that he's like really struggling. And then apparently he's been playing really poorly as well. I haven't really kept up with that.
Yeah, he's got
Right,
like
but
40 points.
he's-
Or no, he's got like
He's
17
underperforming
Mm-hmm.
and struggling. He went on to the player assistance program. I guess
Yeah.
he's back now.
Mm-hmm.
And Washington's like, you know what? We're just going to give him a fresh start. We're putting him on waivers. Anyone could claim him, but they have to take a $7.4 million contract for an underperformer. Everyone's like, nah, not interested. And
Yeah.
then they say, okay, we're sending you down to the AHL.
Right.
Yeah.
like
Did it go through waivers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he cleared waivers.
That's actually crazy.
Since someone should have grabbed him.
But no one
Why
wanted-
wouldn't Vegas just grab him?
well, because they don't want that cap space for a player that's like could be a problem in the dressing room, and also not putting up points.
Yeah, it's
But
a high risk.
But
But
he's
like,
won a
also-
cup. He's won a
my
cup.
question is, why wouldn't a team like Detroit take him?
Why wouldn't Chicago take him and then
Yeah, like
eat the cap space?
well,
And
no,
then
I'm thinking like a team that is like might squeak into the playoffs, but isn't. This wasn't their year to go for it.
Right.
The bottom teams, it doesn't make sense because
it
it's
does. Listen to this: you take him, you instantly put him on the market again, but say we will retain half his salary. Now you get picks for money because you're not using that cash anyways. Wouldn't that be a great strategy?
Yeah, except if you get stuck with them, like if you're the only team that like if you claim them first.
Well, obviously you're going to call around
Yeah.
first before you make the deal. Be like, hey, would you guys take him for $3.5 million? Yeah, we would.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, I guess
He's
kinda
only 31. He's young.
Yeah.
He's 32 maybe, 31.
But I think there's like a cloud that comes with him that people don't know, some uncertainty,
yeah.
right? So will he tear up the AHL?
He's just taking private jet. Everyone's on a coach bus. He's like, yeah, no, I'm private jetting.
Yeah, he was steak sandwiches. Now he's
The most-
soggy sandwiches on the bus ride to like what is it?
Out
These
to-
little towns.
Maybe it's-
Hamilton,
No.
Maybe it's a rags to riches story. He'll be back in the NHL in a couple years.
riches to rags to riches again. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be back. I mean, he's making 7.4. Like, someone they got to bring him back up.
Yeah, he's gonna get sick of the soggy sandwiches,
I
the
met-
soggy bus sandwiches.
I met Carl Stewart at this charity tournament I was at, and he's a scout for the Washington Capitals. He used to play in the NHL too, so I could ask him.
Yeah, saying what's it like to play in Biddington? Hey,
Yeah.
go from the
No,
big city to the.
Mm-hmm. He was a
That's
beauty though.
interesting. That's
He probably will come on the
Rochester.
pod. Actually, he said he'd be interested.
Nice.
So. We got a lot of guests we could have on.
Yeah,
So back to this segment, I was thinking of
yeah. Who's
who's the frauds,
who's the fraud?
and for me, I'm gonna kick this off. It's the Winnipeg Jets
Oh,
in the West.
The
in the
Jets
West.
are
We're
the
gonna have
fraud.
some haters, some Jets fans. I don't like you too much.
The only thing about that team that isn't like fake is Hellebuck.
Mm,
I
in my
don't know, man.
mm.
Like
Shifley, Kyle Connor is so dirty, bro.
Kyle Connor,
Underrated.
Is not bad.
He's underrated
Yeah.
for sure.
Ehlers is a Leaf killer, but
Well,
he doesn't-
Ehlers too is underrated. I forgot they have him too. Oh,
But
they're
here's
the
the-
real deal.
So I'm not picking them as the fraud for the individual talent. I'm picking them as the fraud for they're not going to do it in the playoffs. They're gonna have an upset in the playoffs. That's why I'm saying they're the fraud. Like
Okay.
fraud is a strong word. You know, like I think they're a good team, but I don't think they're going to go far in the playoffs.
I'll take the Stars.
I'll hop over to the Eastern Conference for a second, and then Chippy explain Stars.
Want me to explain Stars?
Yeah.
I just haven't seen them play all season, so I got just like I don't know. What do they got? Sagan, Ben. I feel like they're a little.
Stanky,
Oh,
Stankoven's up.
Stanky's on them too.
Mm.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's okay.
Stanky's actually dirty,
He's
bro.
so good.
Yeah.
He's so good.
He's
No,
so gross, bro.
We got to have him on the
I
pod
feel
again.
Dallas can get by for the first round. We'll see if they can.
If they play Edmonton,
But like playoff hockey is just a different beast, right? So once they start, then you got to watch the first few games to really make your
Well,
call.
Ottinger has been.
Yeah, I haven't watched a
He's
game.
been solid in the playoffs like the last couple of years, and Dallas by any means has had the lowest expectations in the past couple of years in the playoffs, and they've outperformed what people expected. So maybe they're finally
right.
That's why I'm like, I feel like that's why, because I didn't think of them as being, but I have just never watched them. So like, that's my only explanation on that.
Further, my frauds. Who's a fraud in the playoffs? Give me the Boston Bruins.
How about the Canucks,
All right,
bro?
hold on.
The Bruins,
The Bruins. I'm taking the Bruins. They used to be the tough team, the team that was gritty, that buckled down, that could get it done, right? Look at this. 14 overtime losses.
And they've been blowing leads in the third period a lot. You know what's funny? I don't want to take away from your story here too much, but the Leafs lost to them 4-1 last night. When the Bruins made it from 3-1 to 4-1, I was like, all right, Leafs, now's your chance. They've been blowing leads in the third. You got like 12 minutes. This is your time to come back and win this game and be like hot going into the playoffs. But no, they didn't do it.
Compared to so the Panthers have 4, the Maple Leafs have 8, right? All these teams that are in the top, no one has that many. No one has double-digit OT losses. So I think that could be a sign that they don't really have what it takes to operate under pressure.
I'm not worried about the Bees, bro. I want the Bees in the first round.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They're fraud. Hit them in the first round.
I just want them so bad. I just want them so
They
bad.
lost to the Kraken and the Islanders recently. 5-1 to the Islanders they lost.
And honestly, they're going to lose to us on Thursday.
Calgary hasn't been playing I guess they've been playing better now, but
3-2 loss.
They lost in overtime.
In overtime. Yeah. Right? They can't even
shootout. They lost or they won to the Stars.
I'm just not worried about that. Like I'm not worried about that pass. They have one line. I'm just not worried about that line. I'm not even worried about that line.
I'm saying OT, it's like if that one line doesn't score, they got 3 more to cycle through.
So, okay, here's a counter to this. The Leafs just played Boston last night.
Yeah.
Now, granted, the Leafs defense probably isn't going to look like this heading into the playoffs. Hopefully they're we're going to talk about that, if we think they're done before the deadline or not. But James Myrtle tweeted this graphic here from last night's game when you look at the defensive pairings. And it's the category that I am only familiar with is the expected goals percentage, when they're for the time they're on the ice. So Riley Labushkin, 66%, not bad. McCabe Benoit, 64%. Okay, yeah, that's good. Brody Liljegren, 21%, 21.9% expected goals when they're on the ice together.
But do they stop goals from getting scored?
That means that when they're on the ice, it's expected the other team's going to score 79% of the time more than they are.
Oh. All these stats make me cross.
So generally you want a number closer to above 50% is good, you know?
I see.
But so I looked at this and the first thing I think of is, okay, yeah, well, Riley Labushkin was probably playing with Matthews a lot and McCabe Benoit was probably out there. They were probably doing the most shutdown role, but they also probably had the Leafs' best defensive players.
Benoit's nasty, bro.
Yeah, I love Benoit.
But Brody Liljegren was playing against the other team's worst talent, probably, and still had an expected goals. But they didn't have the best.
I think we only have him
forwards.
Because he's a righty.
Who?
Liljegren's in because he's a righty, isn't he? Because we need a right-handed shot.
Yeah, Liljegren's a righty.
I thought he was going to be more offensive. He's offensive-minded. It seems like he doesn't have the hands, like the breakout pass stuff, I don't know, the patience. It seems like he
doesn't. He's not exceptional at anything. Is the way that I'd word it.
I like that wording.
He's not super hard on the puck. He's not hard in front of the net. He makes the easy basic passes, and he doesn't make turnovers a lot.
Oh, he does make turnovers. I was going to say he does turn it over.
Not as much as if you put someone like Connor Timmins in, I like him better at being a puck mover, but Timmins makes more mistakes.
I think we need Timmins in. I think I like Timmins better than Liljegren.
Yeah.
I want Timmins. I forgot about Timmins.
Was Timmins tearing it up in the preseason? He's putting up points. Yeah,
he was lighting it up.
Yeah, he was playing high risk, high reward.
I like McCabe too. He crushes guys, man.
Yeah, McCabe and Benoit. Yeah, they're the most tenacious there.
I love that.
Yeah, they play good. They play gritty hockey like that. They're good playoff players, I think.
Back to Boston. If this is what the Leafs defensive core looks like going into the playoffs and they face Boston, I'm not really liking the look of this, that Boston exploited them 4-1 and scored 3 times on Brody Liljegren or whatever.
How is Brody lying? Brody was our guy. Shut down, never makes a mistake, to kind of the GOAT now.
Well, he's playing on the left side right now, I think, which he's never really played before, even though he's left-handed.
I mean, I'm playing both sides in men's league. It doesn't matter. I was left side off wing. It's actually sometimes some parts of it is easier when you're on that left side.
Yeah.
One timers.
I was walking the line.
walk to
Well,
the
that's what
middle.
I'm saying. He's a lefty. He usually plays right D, but now he's playing left D,
Oh,
and he's just
now
adjusting
he's
to
on his
it.
strong side.
Yeah, but he hasn't played that historically though. So there'd be an adjustment period, and if you're playing with Liljegren, who likes to like move the puck up quick and doesn't always like get into the right defensive positions, then it's probably just skewing the numbers a
I mean,
little
there's been a
bit.
couple more guys in the Marlies that are like decent.
Yeah. Anyway, so Jared picks the Bruins as frauds because they're not the big bad Bruins they used to be,
No.
I agree.
and he wants the
I'm just
smoke.
not-
He wants the
I'm
Bruins.
not worried. I want them in the first round so bad.
I just see all those
So bad.
overtime
Well-
losses. And
Well,
that's
right
just-
now they're 1 game ahead in of the Panthers and 2 points behind.
And
so
I'm not
it's,
even gonna say it's like a we want Florida thing, but like I think every Leafs fan wants to see Boston and slay. I just
slay the dragon,
slay the dragon.
slay the Bruin.
That's a win. That's a cup win for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another first round Stanley Cup win.
Like we need it, bro. Like I just feel like it's a different year.
It needs to happen.
It needs to happen.
Needs to
It has to
happen.
happen. Like it needs to happen.
Who's your fraud in the East?
Fraud in the East. Like I'm gonna say.
I know mine.
I feel like
The Maple Leafs.
No,
fraud in the East.
I'm just gonna say mine. I'm going the
Hey,
Rangers.
Rangers. Like yeah.
The Rangers. Shesterkin hasn't been that game showstopper worthy or whatever lately, and they just seem like the type of team that puts up good numbers in the regular season and will score on the power play a lot, but then once the power play goes away, they just shut her down in the playoffs
wait.
and don't perform as well as what you expect, right? So I'm picking the Rangers as the fraud in the East that's going to drop out in
agree.
the first round.
I can't wait to see playoff hockey with like Rampy.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Oh my, like yo, what?
Do you think he's going to be in the lineup though for
Yes.
the playoffs?
Oh.
Yes, but only for 1 game, and then he's getting tossed. He's going to get
that's what I
suspended.
mean. It's
Yeah.
like,
He won't be able to turn
he'll
it
crush
down.
guys, and then like Revo will go out there and just crush because you don't even want your enforcer to do that
Yeah.
because now someone's taking because you're not going to go hit Rampy, you're going to go hit their best.
Here's the thing. I coach all different levels of hockey, right? And you get that one kid in like U11, like Pee Wee hockey.
Yeah.
That's just a man child, and he's like the sweetest guy, but 1.5 feet and 50 pounds heavier than every other kid on the ice.
Yeah, it's
Right?
a nightmare.
He accidentally murders kids out there,
Yeah.
right? He's just like
Yeah.
he's just reaching for the puck and just
That's what
explodes
I'm saying.
a
This
kid.
playoff hockey's gonna be
Right?
Yeah.
insane, bro.
So imagine Rempe all fired up on emotion and like that you come from behind, needs a goal, needs to do something out
Just
there.
running,
He is
guys.
going to accidentally send someone right through
right
the
from
glass,
behind. It's
head,
gonna be right
head
from behind.
first, right? Glass everywhere, and then he got his 1 game, right?
I think the league is giving him a bit of a free pass right now because he's been drawing so much attention. Like
Oh,
that hit on Labushkin was like the refs should have called it charging.
That was charging.
And he also
100%.
left his feet a little bit, but I wouldn't complain about that. Like that happens a lot just after
It was
impact.
charging.
You know,
But it was for sure charging.
But then in that Seattle game, Dunn ran from behind, and then they let the guy stay, and then he
And there's
did
another one. I got. I
Larson?
want to do a video on that today.
just looking for numbers.
This is pretty clean to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Looks
seeing,
good, yeah.
This looks clean to me, guys. What are we seeing here?
You got him right in the numbers. It's clean.
Well, we not Coach, are we not allowed to hit the numbers?
I didn't see the stop sign on the back of the jersey.
Coach, we're
Yeah.
not allowed to hit right on the numbers anymore. I thought that was allowed.
I was
All right.
just.
All right, Jared, you said before the pod you have a
Yeah.
quiz about jerseys.
I thought
I'm
since we're
excited.
talking about all these teams,
Yeah.
little quiz for you guys.
Oh, I forgot though. You didn't pick your fraud in the West. So just before we move on, who's your fraud in the West? Because I got the Jets. Chippy has the Stars.
I'm picking the Canucks.
Oh, he's picking the Canucks. Okay.
I've never seen the Stars play.
You know what?
I'm not worried about the Canucks. Sorry. Sorry.
They've been the hottest, like one of the hotter teams all
I'm
year.
just not worried about them.
I love the
Fair.
Canucks, and I really want them to just crush, but
I do too.
I just don't know if they'll be a playoff team.
Oh, what?
Like this strength.
Oh, you mean like a playoff built team? I was like,
You know what
dude,
I
they're
mean?
locked in for the.
I know they are, but like, will they bring that extra grit that they need to persevere?
Quinn Hughes is
Will,
disgusting.
will Pettersson become Pettersson? And,
I mean,
and
they are-
embrace his inner ninja.
Hughes is so dirty, though. I will be honest. Like Quinn Hughes is probably
yeah.
the best defenseman in the league.
It's great,
Oh yeah.
but what happens
So
when he starts
gross.
getting shoved around out there? You know,
That's what I'm saying.
I think the Canucks are going to play a high octane playoff for
Oh,
the
yeah.
first round. It's going to come down to the wire. It's going to go like 7 games, whoever they play against.
Yeah.
If they win that first round, then I could see them going on a deep run. But if they don't learn to shut her down in like a game 7,
Yeah.
then I could see them getting eliminated.
They need some grit and some defense. I mean, I haven't watched their games, so I can't really like speak.
It's going to come down to
close,
goaltending too.
But just from highlights and stuff like that, it doesn't seem like they're like a hard hit. Like Vegas seems like they can lock down more defensively and like play the
LA
body.
Kings-
so
Like
who's
a
your
sleeper.
team then for the frauds in the West?
So I said Canucks.
Oh, you're going Canucks as well.
Canucks, yeah.
Okay, both going Canucks. All right. It's interesting. We all picked 2 Canadian teams in the West.
Well,
As the
maybe because
frauds.
we haven't
Maybe
won a
we're-
cup since 1991.
We're a bit
so
biased, yeah.
Yeah,
A little
like
bit
we're
of
pretty-
memory here.
and it's not
Confidently
great.
say our picks are.
Yeah. The Leafs are frauds.
Yeah.
I mean, if I wasn't a fan, I'd probably say that. If I wasn't a Leafs fan, would that not be what we'd all be saying?
Yeah, true, yeah.
Oh,
Everyone would
God,
say that.
Don't say
See,
it.
I don't think the
We're
Leafs
not frauds.
the Leafs can't be frauds
Not
because
this year.
they're not expected
this
to win.
year.
True.
They're
The
not
Leafs are
frauds this
expected
year.
to get out in the first round again. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what everyone's thinking.
So they'll deliver exactly what they're selling.
That's hilarious. That we didn't talk about the Domi Nylander line with Domi and what's the other guy?
We'll talk a bit more about the
Seriously,
Leafs. I want
Yeah, I'm
to
just saying I like that line.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I
I-
like that
yeah.
line.
Since we were talking about all the teams, a little quiz on the top selling jerseys. This is via Fan Addicts, just to give you. I think they're the
Fanatics?
official- Fanatics, yeah.
Fan addicts.
Fan
Fan Addicts. I'm a fan of your attic. That's a nice attic you
Fan
got.
of your attic.
It also doesn't say under what time span. Was it in the last month, all season? I don't know.
Well, that's kind of crucial information.
That's what I thought. when I-
Well, if it's the right person at the first, it's gonna be this season.
right. So I'm assuming it's for this season.
Yeah, it's so okay.
What are we doing?
Top selling jerseys.
Top selling jerseys.
I know the
Top
first one.
selling jerseys.
Like teams or
no player, individual player. Give me, and we'll let the people at home think for a little bit. Who's number 1?
NHL only, right?
NHL only. Yeah, it's not Gary Bettman this time.
Should we so
Right.
so top selling jerseys in the NHL this year?
Yeah. So give me your first.
But you're
Give us the social.
we're not certain it's only this year though.
Give us
No, it's 100% this year. I'm just saying I don't know if it's this month only.
That's
or-
what I mean. That's crucial though.
Announce it. Announce what we're doing again.
Well, it
Clearly.
just Hayden, I can't give you the information if it wasn't provided to
Okay.
me. So
Right.
according to this post,
Who posted it?
Greg Wyshynski,
Greg Wyshynski. Okay, so it's
So-
probably from
top selling
Well-
jerseys. I'm saying this year.
yeah.
So who are the top selling jerseys in the NHL this year?
Yeah. Give me the number 1. Who's your number 1 pick?
Bedard, number 1. I know that's right because I saw the.
Yeah, it's gonna be Bedard because
Okay.
he's the newest. Like he's the one everyone's talking about for sure.
You are correct. Connor Bedard, number 1 selling jersey, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2.
Everyone-
So it's for the season though, because if it was for the month, then I would be surprised actually if it was still Bedard.
No, it's every single month. It is Bedard because he gets 10 posts a day on every single like.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I've cooled down on the Betsy clips.
Ah.
I've cooled down. I ride wave. Chippy rides waves over here.
All right, number 2. People at home.
This week, I know it would be this week. Which jersey would be the best?
It'd be Rempe this
Oh,
week.
you
Yeah.
think? You
Oh,
think
for
yeah.
selling
sure.
jerseys?
Yeah.
We got to look that up.
Oh yeah.
The name, maybe
Dude,
not the number.
And you're welcome, Rangers. You're welcome. Holy, a couple bangers this week.
I would actually like to see the stats on Rempe jerseys because, like, am I getting my
Am I
kid-
getting my kickback on those Rampage jerseys, Rangers,
yeah,
or what?
But I'm buying my kid like, yeah, you're gonna punch someone's face in one day too, buddy. Here's a Rempe jersey, right?
Oh, people love Rampage.
I think a lot of adults would buy.
Oh, the
that.
Rempe's the sickest jersey. I feel like that's like the hardest jersey in the league right now.
Yeah, you're
Rempe
kind of right.
jersey?
You're kind of right.
I think maybe Jack Hughes,
Oh,
No,
like in the
second?
top 5.
Second? No, we gotta go.
no, number 2. Give me number 2.
Number 2.
McDavid.
Number 2.
It's gotta be McDavid.
I-
It's gotta be.
I want to. I
You
would
got-
like to think it's
or
McDavid.
Matthews.
Just give me a guy.
McDavid.
Okay. Locking in McDavid at 2.
Walking in McDavid. It has to be, bro.
Oh, I don't know though. I feel like it's someone off. I'm going Matthews.
Incorrect on both accounts.
Okay, no, okay. Let me
Ah.
guess. Okay, let me guess.
No, I'm gonna say it to keep
No,
the
oh.
segment going.
That's-
Jack Hughes, number 2.
It was Jack
What?
Hughes.
People
Bro.
pay to watch him play.
That's why I thought because he got a lot of attention. Yeah.
You think that affects it, eh?
Yeah. I think people saw the swagger, and they're like, "Yeah, Jack
I mean,
Hughes
his
is a
Instagram
dog."
is popping.
All right.
Yeah.
Like, he's like popular.
And,
Alright.
if he's friends with that group of social media,
All right. Number 3. This one surprised me. So I'll just throw that out there as a little clue. Number 3, people at home, put in your guesses. Who's the number 3 selling
Is it
jersey.
a goalie?
No, it's not a goalie. I'll give you
Okay,
that much.
okay.
There are no goalies on this list.
Is it a Canadian team or not a Canadian team?
U.S.
McKinnon?
I'm thinking
Well, you're saying it
McKinnon's-
surprises. You're saying it surprises you. So, like, I'm just trying to think.
McKinnon's a good guess. but-
Crosby still? There's no way it's still Crosby.
See, I kind of thought that Crosby, and I'll just throw this out there, Crosby's not on the list, but I
Yeah,
thought maybe because
okay.
he's having such a great season, he's getting close, like people are talking retirement, like
Mhm.
maybe
Well, I'm thinking like who's hot right now, and I'm thinking
I'll just
Reinhardt.
I'll just give you this. He's a Russian.
Ovechkin?
Nah.
No?
Oh.
Panarin.
Panarin.
Panarin is
Well, yeah,
third.
because New York's been
What?
playing like they've been winning a lot of games, and
Well,
New York is a big market. It's if math like
No, but how is Matthews not top 3, bro?
it's because everyone already
Leading
has
goal
one.
scorer in the league? Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone.
he's heating up with the goals, though, right? You'd think that people would get more jerseys.
Like back-to-back Hatties.
so,
It's
so give me number 4 then.
Matthews.
Yeah, Matthews.
It's
is
Matthews is 4th,
There's no way
That's
Matthews is in
crazy.
top 5. Yeah,
and well, so
There's no way McDavid's not top
so I'm
5.
saying McDavid, Crosby not on the list, right?
Okay, maybe because McDavid having off season
Number 5.
and he's got off season.
Zach Hyman.
Stop that.
He's got 40 goals or something.
Number 5.
Number 5. People at home, put in your guess. Top selling jerseys.
Is it
Okay, give me a
Canadian or U.S. team.
no. Give me the division. What
No,
division
that
are
doesn't
they?
count.
Nah, it's a American team.
I want to know
I'll
the
say East
division.
Coast. East Coast.
East Coast team. Is he on
It's
Philly?
not like a Chuck jersey. Like
You would think, eh? Like, but no, that's the thing. It's got to be like, yeah. These are all teams that are like basically hockey hotbeds.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like real out of market jerseys, and that makes sense. It's
Patrick Kane.
it's an original 6 team.
Patrick Kane.
No,
okay, one sec. Original 6 is it the Rangers?
I thought
again?
people would
it
want.
is the Rangers again.
Yeah, it was the Rangers again. Okay.
Yes or no questions here.
Shesterkin.
No,
Zabinajad. I'm just going through all their teams.
Zibanejad's
There's
top
Zibanejad.
5.
Look at that. Panarin.
What are you talking about?
It's on the list. I don't get it.
Interesting.
No
For
way, I believe
top-selling
that.
jerseys.
They must like his flow.
Zibanejad's going more than McDavid jersey right now.
Zabanajad has flow.
I
McDavid
know, I
doesn't.
love Zibanejad, but that's like Eichel. Like
No, but look at the market
Quinn
of the
Hughes?
Rangers. You know, like Rangers have been playing like pretty well.
hey, well, I might be making
And
more
New
Ranger-
York?
I might be making more Ranger.
There you go,
videos.
Rangers. Like
Yeah.
we got.
The Ranger videos are popping off right now.
I mean, Panarin's 5th in the league for points, so that's something. But like, we got Nylander not on the list.
yeah, like Nylander, like
Draisaitl, like we got. Some,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, we got some. Kucherov
We need
not on the
to-
list. Hey, Kucherov not
It
on the list.
depends on like how long
That's
it's
crazy
been
to me.
for, you know.
And McKinnon and McDavid not on the list.
McKinnon not on that list is
Yo, McKinnon is tied 105 points. I didn't notice that.
Oh, with
Finally trying to
Kucherov? Yeah.
take with Kucherov.
what's
wow.
McDavid at?
And McDavid's at 97.
Oh, McDavid's gonna win it.
He's
again.
within reach, guys. He's within
McDavid's
reach.
gonna
This is
win it
insane.
He's
again.
catching them, yeah.
He's
Did
less.
I not say that?
He's less than 10
Did
away.
you guys not say
Yeah.
that it's a lot of points to make up? I was like, yeah, but he got like literally over 100 points in 50 games one season. There's a good chance he catches them and wins it.
This is wild.
McKinnon better
He's-
step up.
How do you feel if McKinnon, he's like, I just got to beat Kucherov. Kucherov keeps getting 4 points, 3 points, 2 points. McKinnon's like almost catching each time, and then
McDavid
he
gets 10
McDavid,
points in one
6
night.
points, 4 points, 5 points. Like, dang.
He wasn't even getting any goals. He went 10 goals without scoring. 10 games without scoring.
I wouldn't be surprised if McKinnon doesn't have a cell phone. He just doesn't look it up. He doesn't care.
I gotta do McDavid looking up his stats.
It's like when the fastest kid in the race falls early, and like you think you're gonna get first place by
Just
like
hammers. He just
right?
locks in.
you're just passing the kid in second. You take off first. You look behind.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
All right, I want to talk Leafs just a little bit more before we wrap this with the mailbag, okay?
All right, let's go.
I just want to give a sincere, heartfelt, genuine thank you to Ridley Greig for slapshotting the puck to the empty net.
Oh yeah.
Because the Leafs, even though they lost to Boston last night, they're 9-2-0 since playing losing to the Sens that night.
Yo, we should make a T-shirt with like the silhouette of the empty net slap shot goal.
TSN turning point for the Leafs this
Just says,
season.
thanks.
Because the Leafs
Blue and
weren't.
white.
Hey, before that, the Leafs weren't playing well at all. They were losing. I think they
No,
had
we were on,
lost
like-
like 4 straight or something, and
Wild card spot. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, they were on the verge of not being in the playoffs. And then Ridley Greig takes the slap shot. Riley takes exception.
Yeah.
and the whole Leafs team stood behind them. You know, they're like, we're
Oh yeah.
sick of this league. We're gonna win as much as we
We need
possibly
Boston
can.
on Thursday, though.
We play them again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to get the dub there.
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
need that game so
And
bad.
Yeah.
where's Ottawa? 28th in the league.
Tough
Yeah.
stuff.
So
tough
Ottawa
stuff right
thought
there.
they were leaving the Leafs with a parting gift. Like now you're out, Riley. You're going to continue your losing slump, and they thought they were all high and mighty. But in reality, they just gifted the Leafs their best games of like the past 5 years and the past 10 games.
The Leafs needed a common enemy to bring them together. There needed to be a villain in their story.
Just like I said, they had to get worse before they got better. And thank you, Ottawa, for kickstarting the part where they actually play playoff style hockey.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's Boston game was
Not great, but
not great.
we're not going to talk about that.
We're
It's a little wake up call.
yeah, last 4 games have been a little dicey.
Yeah. So with that being said, the Leafs lose to Boston 4-1, kind of handedly, to be honest. Aside from the first period,
I was really feeling good about the first 10 minutes of that game. Like we were playing, we were horsing them.
then they just gave the
Then they
puck away.
scored. No, then they scored, and then we just collapsed.
Yeah,
I didn't watch the rest of the game, but
Yeah, that's one thing I will say. The Leafs this year, they don't roll over as easily.
how did Wall look?
Wall looked great.
I know. I thought it was like he might be the best goalie in the league. When he literally the first 6 seconds into that game yesterday, they had a breakaway.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
It's like, oh my.
That's the only part of the game I watched.
And Wall just went. Doop.
I watched.
Yeah, Wall is solid.
I watched the puck drop. I watched they get a breakaway right off the
I
face-off.
was like, Dad, they already have a breakaway.
Wall's
He's like screaming up. He's in the kitchen
He's
making
getting the popcorn
He's
ready.
making a toast or something. Dad, they already got a breakaway, Dad.
Wall's
Turn around.
Wall saved it, and
Turn
then
around. Don't come in.
I'm like, all right, kids, bedtime. I don't want you to have nightmares.
Oh,
Yeah.
exactly.
Time to tuck the kids into bed.
But no, honestly, the Leafs, they are actually playing a style where they don't just roll over if they get down in a game. You know, they're coming to when they face adversity, you can almost see it on the ice the way that they come together as a team and they don't give up now. Like whereas when I used to watch them, like even last year, if they got down in a game, you could just see like their shoulders shrug, like or go down or whatever. They're slumping around. They're all just pouting. Now I feel like there's enough guys on the team that they just drag them out of it. And like we're gonna try and win this game, whether we win it or not is irrelevant. We're not giving up.
They
And
used to just not have any emotion.
yeah,
Right?
We came back from 5-0 in the third.
yeah,
That's like not easy to do.
exactly.
Yeah, that's how they used to play. It's like just no emotion, no desire, no no sense of urgency.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So now that
boring to watch.
now that they have that
I love it.
that urgency, I love to see it.
Yeah.
Do we think that if the Leafs make a big splash at the deadline and add someone else, do you think that that's going to shake up the room too much? Like last year, they
not
added
adding-
like
they're not
5
adding.
guys.
Win or lose with what we have.
Yeah.
That's where I'm
Yeah,
at.
don't add anyone.
Don't add anyone.
It goes against the team morale. You know, they're playing well. They're winning games. They've got some good.
They got to
pieces.
figure it out by
Yeah,
themselves.
Exactly.
Win or lose with the team we got.
So would you say no to a Matt Dumba?
I wouldn't say no
Yeah.
to. I wouldn't say no to Matt Dumba if it means we could.
Like you give away your first rounder, and
Honestly,
maybe a
it's just tough
prospect.
bringing. I don't care to bring anyone.
Easton
in. I just
Cowan
don't
or
care. No, we're not trading Cowan.
Yeah.
I don't care
For Matt Dumba though,
No, I'm not doing it.
But here's the thing: are you just
Cowan's
adding
gonna be
it?
the next Marner, bro. This
or
guy's-
Robinson,
He's broke
Robertson.
Marner's. Yeah, Robertson's.
Are you grabbing a rental, or are you like building the team up? You know what I mean?
Well, Dumba, I think still has a year left on his.
If you can get a guy that is
Or
going to
maybe
be
not.
a part of the team for the next 5 years, then sure, yeah, grab someone,
Mhm.
right? Because now you're adding to the squad. But if
Right.
you're just bringing someone in to try to win because we need a quick fix, no, it's not the answer.
Right.
I agree.
There's no quick
But
fix.
like if Giordano's permanently out, then basically that would be half of Dumba's salary right there.
Okay, so yeah, if Giordano's out, then yeah, replace him, sure.
Well, Giordano is out. Like, do we really think he's coming back? You see him hit the boards there. He's going to go on LTIR. He's probably not going to come
Yeah,
back.
and I think he's honestly like
End of his career. Like,
he doesn't have the speed.
yeah. Well, he was the oldest player in the league last year.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like it's a miracle he's still even playing.
He can't play it.
Yeah, like he was already fringe in the lineup. Now with a bit of injury, I think he's done.
He can't.
So
Shout out to Gio though.
yeah, he's a beauty. And he's put his body on the line, like block shot king, you know, like he's
Oh,
blocking
yeah.
shots
Yeah.
and he's 40.
He's got the record,
Yeah.
league record for block shots.
Yeah, but
Crazy.
I don't know, someone like Dumba, I think would make make a huge difference, especially
Yeah,
with Riley. Like
Yeah.
offensively, defensively,
Is Dumba offensive though? Is he?
he's
or
both. He's an all rounder.
He can do a little bit of each, but I think he's
Bring
he's,
Dumba.
he's
I
a
want
gritty.
Dumba. I want Dumba. Is he on Minnesota?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a grittier player.
Would they give him up?
I think they're shopping him because it's like it would be technically it'd be a rental, but I think the Leafs could probably convince him to sign in the offseason.
After they win the cup.
If they have enough cap space, you know. Yeah, after they win the cup, they'll convince him to sign. So do you think that they're done, or do you think they're like, regardless of what you want, do you think the Leafs are going to add someone else, or do you think they're done?
It doesn't feel like they're pushing really
Like
hard.
Lyubushkin, is Lyubushkin coming back the only guy they add at the deadline?
Yeah, it was a bit
When
of
they're
a-
playing well now, like it feels like, are you really rewarding the team by saying we're not going to get you any reinforcements, or is that sending a message we believe in the group we have? Like,
yeah, if they don't get anyone, you're saying we believe in you guys, and
or is it saying no, we don't believe we're saving our assets for the next year?
they're not. They're making a push. They're pushing.
No, we're pushing, but like I think we just got to win or lose with the team we got.
I mean, I'm all for it. I think they're not done.
And then
but-
just bring it together and juice maybe one more piece, but that's it.
right.
They're not adding like we added 6 pieces at the deadline last year.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be a big splash like that. But
was-
a
what
big
was-
name
what
like
was
Dumba
doing?
or CJ was saying, like Chris Johnson on his podcast was saying that David Savard from Montreal was potentially on the board too, and he's like kind of a solid, like he'll clear the front of the net.
What about
You know,
Josh Anderson? Like give us like a Josh Anderson.
he's not defense.
Having a
though.
bad season or something like this year. But like for the playoffs, I'm just saying, like that would be
Yeah.
a piece I'd bring in. Like that's the kind of stuff I'm bringing in.
But who are you taking out of the Leafs front end to like forwards to play?
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
You'd play him over Bobby McMahon.
Yeah. Josh Anderson?
I would take Bobby McMahon
No, I'm
honestly
taking
right
Josh.
now.
He's a beast. Josh Anderson's a beast.
For like one game against the Leafs every year, and then the rest he's just average.
No, he's an animal. But like McMahon, what has he done?
I mean, he's got speed. He's got
he likes to. He
hasn't
gets
impressed me.
pucks to
He
the
hasn't
net.
impressed.
he competes. He competes.
He tries to score, and I like that about him.
Removable from the removable from the line.
He shoots the puck more than Kampf.
I was talking.
Okay, Camp. I'm taking Camp out for Anderson
Yeah,
all
yeah.
day, every day of the week, bro.
I was talking to Keith, and I asked him. I got to ask him a question.
Was that him? Everyone thought that was like a fake cardboard.
No, it was actually him.
Well, so you talked to
The,
Keith?
the lighting was really good. That's why I grabbed him there. I was
What'd
like, "Yo,
you-
let's grab a."
What did you tell him? Like, what are you doing with this team? Or
I gave him a few tips, and that's why they won 7-3.
yeah, of
Gave him a
course. I
little
would
bit.
have been
Got in his ear.
too.
I said, "You know,
What did you say to Keith? Why didn't we talk
Well,
about this?
well, it's kind of like at this point
It's
because of
personal.
how well that the Leafs did. It's pretty valuable information.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like,
Well, like you do know I'm like head coach of that team, so
I just don't want to put it out in public because I have a lot of other teams coming to me for the information, and they're paying really well.
yeah,
It's kinda-
yeah. I mean, welcome to the club, brother. You know, I mean, you gotta do that every day of the week.
But something I did ask him was about how Bob McMahon, like, what did they do to help him with his like come up? And he basically said that he was about to get sent down, and then
Matthew said keep him in.
Tavares got sick, and Marner were like had the flu, so they kept McMahon in the lineup, and then he goes and gets a hat trick, and I'm like, okay, well that's decent, right? Well, we'll keep him in for another one, right? So he just got hot at the right moment. He was just about to get sent down, and we need you to stay up. Boom, hat trick, and then then he's been playing really well. So
That's some insider info.
by this much, he was like saved him by that much, like, almost out of the lineup.
That's how timely, like, it is. Like, you
Mhm.
got to step up when it's your turn to step up. If you don't make an impact,
It-
that's why, like, for me, Robertson, every time he's in the lineup, he scores, man.
He hasn't made it so they can't send him down. You know, like he
Yeah.
hasn't forced their hand to be like he's that good that we can't send him down.
Yeah.
But-
And he's the only one that can get sent down without having to go through waivers. So
Bobby McMahon has a crazy story. He was playing in the ECHL and grinded his way up, like
Yes.
all the way to the AHL and then to the NHL, and was just about to get sent down from the NHL, and like he just finds a way.
Bobby McTriple.
He's undrafted, eh? Like no,
Is he?
he didn't get drafted at all.
Oh, okay, maybe I like him more now.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's just like I want to play hockey, so he got
he's like the same age as Matthews or older. He's like 25, I think.
yeah.
But like some guys, they just find their stride late, and he's definitely realizing that he can beat some NHL goalies with his shot. You know, one thing I like about him is he's not afraid to put the puck on the net, and you need a guy like that in the playoffs. You can't be having guys that are just like Camp that they are good defensively, but they have like literally zero offensive threat.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't like even if Kampf just started throwing pucks on the net, I would be happy. But like he doesn't. Like he's never like how many shots a game does
I'm
Kampf
sorry,
average?
Sure,
I think he's soft, man.
Well, Camp is supposed to be
Yeah.
a defensive guy, and
I just
But like he's not even winning faceoffs anymore. Like he's like 50% on faceoffs at
like
best.
he's probably a beauty. Like I just think he's so soft.
Mm.
I don't know. Like I just feel like he's not like getting in there. He's not chirping anyone. You're on the fourth line. You're not bringing offense. Like you got to bring
Mhm.
mojo. Like you've been hearing that a lot, Jerry. Like bring some mojo. Like
no,
Yeah.
yeah.
you're playing with Revo. Like just having like two guys out there beaking guys and just crushing guys.
Yeah.
Like give me some of that. Then we have Holmberg too. Like
Holmberg's nice.
it's like you have like the most nail gun guy in the league and then two like skill guys.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Would you call Kampf a skill guy?
Well, he's not a grinder.
Yeah.
I
He's
think that's the role he's supposed to play.
He's a utility knife. He's got a purpose, but it's he's not exceptional at any one thing.
Like give me
Yeah.
like Clutterbuck on that. You know what I mean? Like that Matt Martin Clutterbuck line. Islanders are underrated.
Mm.
There's that underrated Islanders.
Shall we do the mailbag?
Let's do it.
All right. On IG here, we got a message from Jack. He was asking if we're gonna do the Sportsnet tournament, like the fantasy picks. Remember
We
did
should, yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah, I will end up doing that once it comes around.
I did that last year, and some people got some free merch. So
There you go. Nice.
stay tuned for that, Jack. Yes, we will be doing it. He said he really enjoyed it and
Awesome.
wants us to do it
Yeah,
again.
fantasy hockey is.
Leaving us on scene though, Jack. That's crazy. Jack, that's crazy.
And then from our Jeremy, this was from our last episode about we talked a little bit about the Leafs as well, and this guy says, "Jer, you got me suspended for pulling the canoe.
No.
I'm gone for a minute, like a few games because of you."
No.
Coach is furious.
Did you actually? No.
Oh,
On an empty netter.
Did you ride the puck?
I don't know this guy's name because his name just says three chairs.
Tell,
But
tell your coach to chill out.
Hold up.
Relax.
Because I got a little worried. I think I already told this story, yeah?
We
yeah,
were
you
talking
did.
okay.
That's
about
why
it.
he's saying it, because you told the story. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so it's I'm hearing it from more people now about, like, I coached Olivia's team. I said that as well, and the girls were like, "Oh, I want to ride the puck into the net."
Right.
Right. And so I guess it's spreading, but I want more information.
Right.
So tell me, like, what was the scenario? What happened? Did you actually sit on the puck and ride it into the net? That is wild. Like, there has to be a live barn clip of this somewhere.
It depends where they are
It
at.
could have
Yeah.
just been the celly. They might have just cellied after.
Yeah. Send the video, or we don't believe you.
Okay, so talking about Sellies, we were winning a game 3-1. A player went out and got the fourth goal.
Mm-hmm.
This is U9, so he's 8 years old, or 9. He just turned 9.
Yeah.
And I heard him talking about it on the bench beforehand, right?
Mhm.
But I didn't really catch it because I was busy, like, showing some positions to this other kid. I kind of overheard something about a Selly. I see him go out on the ice. He scores the goal, takes his glove off, puts it on his stick. He goes right by the other team's bench, stick up in the air, and then goes and smiles. He does the selfie stick Selly.
Oh my
The selfie stick Stelly right in front of their bench, and I guess he was talking to his buds on his line.
Yeah.
And they come to the bench, and his buddy's like, "Oh, he's like, I got in on your selfie." He's like, "I did a thumbs up in your selfie," like talking about
That's
the
hilarious.
selfie with the glove, and I was like, "Oh my!" And we like, all right, like, tone it down. We're winning, like, and like, okay, you're gonna celebrate, not right in front of the other team's bench. Like, you gotta have a little bit of respect, right? And
You know my thoughts.
what are your thoughts?
No celly.
No, Selly.
I think it's I just go a little yeah.
Yeah?
A little pump fist.
I'm the same way. Like,
I would never do that.
I have
Ever.
never done a big Selly. I've never done a big one. I always just fist bump the teammates, and like,
That's me too.
and I've scored a lot of goals.
Been there before, man. That's what I mean. Ever like that? Been there before. Celly is like, that's how you know the guy can play.
I feel it almost like it is cool though to see, like, the Patty Kane, Bedard, like those big Sellys.
I don't like it.
You don't know?
I'm not a big. It's corny.
I think it is. It can be a little
So
bit.
corny, bro.
Like, you look at Crosby. Crosby's never.
Crosby ever do that?
No, but,
Would
like,
McDavid ever do that?
Crosby does the type of Sellys that I would do when he scores that golden goal, and you're just so
Yeah,
excited.
yeah.
arms out,
That's
yeah.
all.
All your gloves in the air, you jump up in the air, and then all your
Because it's natural.
exactly. It's just
You
naturally.
didn't
comes to you.
predetermine what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
that's
thinking
why it's
it.
corny because you like thought about it.
Plan it. Yeah, like taking the glove off, putting it on the stick, then going like that. It's just too much. It's too much,
It's
right?
like this. Yeah, it's good for
a
the
sideshow. It's a bit of a sideshow.
It's good for the social clip, but
Yeah. So anyways, I was talking to the coach after the game from the other team, and I was like, "Oh, sorry about that. Like, I came right by your bench into the cell." He's like, whatever." He's like, "My kids were doing some celebration there too. Just let the kids have some fun because they really are. They're 8 years old.
yeah, like 8.
Yeah.
They're 8. They're 9. They're like they're
fine.
playing. They're playing,
Yeah.
right? So it's like you got to
It's
let
a
them.
game.
Yeah, it's a game and they're playing, but like you do have to, as a coach, you got to tell them, okay, we do have to respect their team. We're not trying to rub it in their face. Like you got to
Yeah,
kind of put that out there, have
It-
some fun.
It's house league.
You'd be
too,
taking a
Yeah.
body check after that. If I saw someone do that, I'd be beeline, take this guy out.
Yeah. I told our goon on our team, hey, if that kid celebrates
If
one
he
more
does
time,
that,
cross check
yeah,
right to the teeth.
You wouldn't even tell him. I'd be out there.
Just kidding.
Another thing I just wanted to point out, we got some fellow puck daddies helping Kai out. We gave him some recommendations on
Great.
because he's 15 and doing rollerblade in his driveway, trying to get better and go pro. At 15, like Jeremy dreamed of too.
Let's go.
So we got someone giving advice to try the club college hockey route. I won't read the whole thing, but just wanted to give a shout out to say thank you for being puck daddies and helping each other give good advice.
Yeah, I love it.
On that note of being puck daddies, we got a couple new members. We got Waldo and
Let's
Maps.
go.
So thanks a lot for
Waldo and
signing up.
Maps. Shout out to Waldo and Maps.
Yeah, what beauties.
We're talking about on the
Hey,
YouTube channel.
On the YouTube channel, if you want to support the pod, you can get access to the podcast right when I finish editing it. It'll be available to members only.
Early access.
Usually a day ahead. Sometimes we record late, so it's not always a full day, but it's basically as soon as it's ready, you guys get it. You get the first dibs on every episode.
Making some bank. We can afford to pay people to do our clips for us.
Yeah,
I feel we have
totally.
so much like hidden gems in our podcast that
Oh, I know.
Yeah, we
right
do.
when we finish, I'm like, I have to go get the kids. I have to do like I have literally like zero time to go through and edit these.
I could probably spend 2 full days a week just doing clips on this. but
Easily.
I try to only spend.
but I'm
Guess
also
one day.
Guess what? They're there. All the videos are there.
Yeah, we can go back and
Send
do
an
them.
editor into there.
That's what I'm saying, right? So
Hey.
Yeah,
I
we're
appreciate
just got to
the
build our
support.
bank log here. We got to get a few more members, and we'll be able to afford.
that's what I'm saying. Right? If we're bringing in like a decent like amount each week, we just give that back out to an editor
Yes.
to
Yes.
clip the stuff up more and get it out there more, which will only help more. And yeah, it's like
Exactly.
it's nice. We appreciate the support. We just appreciate it.
And if you want to support us, also you can grab some Puck Daddy merch from puckdaddypodcast.com,
Oh yeah.
and there's some good stuff on there.
Yeah, appreciate you guys for listening.
Stay tuned for the Puck Daddy show. I'm not sure if we're gonna get it out on Friday this week. Maybe we'll get it out on Saturday again. Whatever you guys are available.
All right. Let's go.
Stay tuned, and thanks for tuning in.
Later, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cue the music, Jerry. You're on it this week.
Boom.
Gonna change the world with my hockey stick. Gonna make a real difference. Feed the poor and heal the sick.